Hi, everybody, and welcome to Paradise Productions. First time I get to be the one to say that. This is the Scales Above, our Rise of Tiamat adjacent adventure. They're currently fairly adjacent. They're going through a weird, wonderful set of tunnels. My name is Nova. I'm the DM, formerly of Just Another Place, but now happily here. I'm going to introduce you to the cast, most of whom you already know. And they're going to tell you about themselves and what they do here. We will start with Shannon, the community manager.
I'm not going to react because I react all the time, and that is what is perpetuating this fucking joke.
You understand that
Hello,
that is
everybody.
reaction, right?
Learning.
Hi, friends. Welcome to Paradise. This is my nerd home, along with Sean. I don't know where he is in relation to me on the screen, otherwise I would point to him, but he's he's there. As Nova said, yes, I am our community manager, and on Monday nights I play our chaos trash panda of a pirate, Saskia, formerly known as brooding redheaded rogue Scarlet, R.I.P. my beautiful baby. But today I'm playing Sloan, one of two barbarians. I mean, I think I have not been subtle about the fate of my rogue. So yes. Yes, I'm playing blah, 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 blah. Let's try that again. I'm playing Sloan, one of two barbarians of the party, who was just cursed to be dancing for quite a while from these magic shoes. But has stopped, and now we're about to see what happens next, and it's gonna be great. Glad you're here.
All right, next across we'll go with Sarah playing Tig.
Hi everybody, I'm Shro or Sarah, whatever works. And I am here with all these lovely people. I am the second barbarian to our tribe. I am part of the, what do we call ourselves?
Battle Broads.
Battle Broads, thank you. My company hasn't kicked in this morning. Yeah, I'm the second part of the dynamic duo, the Battle Broads. I'm here to kick ass and take names, but then not write them down because Tig can't spell shit. and I'm just here to help out and do the best that I can. Yeah, and that's me. And Icky is my wizard, because he is the only wizard that Tig needs. And I'm gonna pass it over to him.
Hello, everybody, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're watching this on the YouTubes or wherever. Welcome to the show. I am Sean. I'm a creative director of Paradise Productions, as well as the DM of our flagship show, Advantage in Paradise, Adrift in Aldor, and purveyor of other nerdy things upon this channel, such as crafting, painting, 3D printing, amongst other things, and one half of the Sean and Cheddar.
Out there. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know if you were going to get to it. I'm sorry.
And we have a show on Sundays called The Power Hour, where we do exactly that to each other. We're mean to each other in a funny way.
It's very fun. It's very fun. It's a great way to start the week. Just come hang out with us.
And in the scales above, I play Oryx Solaris, time wimey boy, and potential god, sassy elf wizard, who is stuck in a cave with these barbarians and the not very nice Queen of the Winter Court.
Who is this Queen of the Winter Court you speak of, Sean?
She's really a big old spider lady who we don't like. Well, I don't like because she tricked me.
But her name is...
You made me dance, so I don't like her either.
There we go.
Lol.
Lol. I did not put that together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shannon be like, oh no.
Oh no.
A week later.
Killed her avatar in the material plane. Well, really, Joe Cat did by putting them to sleep. So we didn't really kill them so much as they fell to their death.
Yeah, all you did was put her to sleep, and it wasn't even you; it was your friend.
Did
so it's
nothing. I was being tortured somewhere else in the world.
Correct.
Did nothing. I was not part
true.
of that fight. So her grudge with me is misplaced anger. She's projecting. I did take a lot of her worshippers.
That is something you can use to your advantage. To be like, I wasn't even there.
I don't even go to this school.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Oh, big yawn. Sorry. Back to Wakeland. Who would like to do the recap, or am I going to just point to one of you? I know who it'll be if I
You could do it.
No.
I like how encouraging that was. You can do it. Don't be afraid.
Do it.
I understand I can do it. There's a reason I don't, though.
Right?
All right, cool. Shannon, you want to do it?
No.
But you just got to sit there and watch it the whole time, so you should 100% know what's going on.
That's
No?
okay. No, that's okay.
Sean?
Thanks, though.
We were invited to a dinner, and we got Sloan got captured. We said, "Can you please go get our other barbarian nicely?" And they were like, "Sure." And then they were mean to her, and put her in a bubble.
You typically put me in a bubble first, there, bub.
Yeah, but we then learned that that's not how that spell works.
Yeah, but that's fair.
Yeah, that was a bit of DM.
And I
DM
put you in a what was supposed to be a stationary bubble. But and then we went to the dinner, and they forced us to, well, force is a strong word. They asked us to, though we didn't really have much choice, to give a happy memory and a sad memory to be dined upon this evening. And we talked to the Queen of the Winter Court, who was in this kind of shadowy form. A bunch of tit for tat happens. They showed Auric the stream of his life and how different events create gravitational waves of influence and effect on the reality, and a bunch of other stuff. No, what else happened? I don't remember.
You pretty much got your life stretched out in front of you on the dining table.
Yeah, that's what you just said.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that happened.
Kind of rough.
Take bad etiquette.
Very
for
bad.
dinner.
Yeah.
The dinner we ate was memory of war. And the nice lady stole my worshippers, or one worshipper, because I kept trying to keep them from finding out my real name, and then walked face first into the trick once I trusted the dumb fae creatures, which I should have remained stalwart about, but Ronsur was such a polite jerk that I ended up trusting them, and it was a mistake because it was a trap all along, because this lady has a grudge with us because we killed her avatar on the plane of existence. And yeah.
So
and Sloane was mocked with forms of Auric yelling at her from her memories and calling her stupid and being mean to her, which I feel like happens a lot to Sloane. Just these images of Auric get projected to her and yelling at her.
Yeah. Those are her saddest memories.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I believe the last thing that happened is they said, "Can we let bygones be bygones?" and talk this out. Something along those lines. Which Auric was like, okay. So, all former grudges and things are to be let go. Knowing that the only other thing that wasn't mentioned actually was they showed that there is a bit of a power struggle going on between you and the Lady of Spiders, where truth and lies matter. If you lie too much, if you break oaths, you give up personal power towards her, and if you can catch her in a lie or doing something similar, her power goes your way. Do you remember this? Good. Okay.
I do. That's all of us, though, right? That's not even just her. That's also Ronsur.
It is, but you're the main concern at the moment.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So, okay. The strikingly beautiful face and body of Lolth, because Alola is now back in shadow because she's all spidery and is back in shadow and out of the way, leans forward a bit, resting on her elven arms. Auric, you and your friends have wandered in here blind. Like most who venture into the depths of the universe, it is to be expected that you are wrong-footed. Both this place and your lack of time with the fairy have left you somewhat lost. I have a deal for you. I know that you have made many such and may be unable to keep track of them all. I suggest you start to do so, that you can fulfill promises made. You are meant to be a Lord of Order, correct? Or to become one?
So the agreements say.
She raises a hand and flicks, and a looks to be about 25-year-old thin dark elven man comes along and places a very nice looking tome next to you. Oh no, one moment. I could not reach the mute button fast enough, I apologize. My body was like sneeze when I did. I will try to edit that out. I probably will fail. Nice tome. It is bound in black leather. It has some silver trim. And is blank inside. Maybe you could start cataloging what you're doing. Have a tome of oaths. I'm going to give you a choice. I can keep the power I have taken and survive here for years more. Or you can listen to my story, ask any questions, and perhaps we can come to an agreement which returns your power to you and drags my people and I from this wretched. Will you listen?
That's all. How will this work? How will listening to you drag you from this wretched place, the dregs of the universe?
It won't. You listen to me, and if you believe, and if you can find it in yourself to promise to aid myself as a whole, my children here, we'll pin our hopes to you. I will return your power. You can drag us out of here. If you listen and decide that you do not want to help, or perhaps some other agreement can be made. But if you do not listen, I will not even entertain the return of your power.
Well, you are lucky that I like stories. But I don't see how you feel this sense of it's not upper hand in this, because you have an upper hand already from the second I step foot in your hole. But you seem to need me. Your bartering chip is to return something you've already stolen from me.
You gave it willingly.
To allow us out of here. I just so curious as to your contempt.
When you said return something you've stolen, you watched that little bit of that little bead that's between you move a touch.
Towards her.
Yeah, she gained some of your power. It's actually kind of inverse to what you're thinking there, where it moves towards you, representing her power growing.
I see. Like a reverse tug of war. Or that's more offensive than yeah, okay. An assault. I apologize. I suppose it wasn't stolen, it was given by the rules of your court.
Inclines her head, accepting.
But I have no choice, do I really, other than to listen earnestly with good faith or rot here with you.
You always have a choice, dear Auric. You could try to find your own way out of here, though it may take you some time. And your more short-lived allies may not see the exit.
Sounds an awful lot like threats, or at the very least not necessarily straightforward, bold-faced threats, but coercive, at least. think we could agree upon that.
I can see how it'd be coercive to one without any power to play. I did not have to have you here. I could have ignored you the entire time. I extended a gift to you to come here to my hall. Really, I believe that perhaps you should be a little more gracious.
Or the moment I was gracious is the moment I half-wittedly gave something I did not wish to give away. I am going to accept your terms because I don't see a smoother exit or smoother transition to the next stage of whatever this is. But I just think I'm a little sick of the dealers and speakers and shakers of the universe, so to speak, to be asking constantly for graciousness when I've been ripped and twisted through this last mortal year or so. But that is my problem, not yours. I will listen to your stories.
The other movers and shakers had more of a say in how things went. I can only... And she raises her hands, and in the shadow you see some of the arachnid legs raise up as well. I only have power in my very small domain here. I currently want nothing but survival for myself and my people, where the ones out there have much bigger, more manipulative plans.
It boils down to things like that. It's desire for something from another. A covenant. It's so much manipulation to get there. I understand that that is a valid movement. It is not manipulation in the eyes of all. Earnest work at protecting your realm, I understand. I'm just tired, I suppose.
She asks this question to all of you. If on arrival here, a dark elf had approached and said the God Queen Loth wishes to dine with you, would you have accepted?
Yeah. It's polite.
I think Tig is the only one she would believe is not lying currently, saying yes. But that's because Tig would be like, the barn door wants to go to dinner with me. And she would accept. And have a lovely time.
Yeah.
Oric looks to Sloane.
I don't know, honestly. This place is very confusing for me. But I don't know, a dinner invitation? Maybe.
All eyes are now on you, Oric.
If the God Queen Loth invited me to dinner upon arriving in a landscape like this, after fleeing from the place we fled from previous, you think me so small-minded as to be afraid of that, or find it petty? No, I am more than interested in audiences with anyone with a title like that. You may not trust this, but Oric will point to his own thread between them. I would have accepted because I would have wanted to escape here. The same reason I accepted this invitation. Do you think that I hold a Winter Court Queen and the God Queen Loth in different levels of suspicion? Oh, if it was suspicious the second I got here, I might have been less suspicious if it was God Queen Loth. I understand that a bit more.
Perhaps I did you wrong by thinking of you so small-minded. Because yes, I did. Unfortunately, I have been cast in the role of a villain for as long as for a long, long time.
I can relate to that.
Along with asking any questions about my story and intentions, each of you may ask one question about anything, and if I know it, I will answer it. If you have no questions you can think of, I will provide you a gift on leaving my realm. Whether you accept the deals and agreements or not, as an apology for my small-mindedness. The look of hurt that crossed her face as she was saying this. I need all of you to make a wisdom save, because she has a literal supernatural beauty about her which causes confusion in people. So, let's see how you do.
13.
Is this a charming effect? Like, technically I have advantage against anything like as a fake ancestry.
It is I'm going to put it down as a divine effect as opposed to like a supernatural magical effect, because you're looking upon something so wondrous it takes your breath away, and then you saw it break for a second, and that addles your brain is what's happening. It's like, going, let's go see the Grand Canyon. Oh, look how pretty this is, and then just one whole side collapses. For a second, your head just fucking freezes, and you don't know what's going on.
It's an awe effect, much in the intended usage of that word.
Yeah.
It's
I got
awesome.
15.
You got a 15, Sarah?
15 total.
Yep.
I got a 17.
Okay. I'm going to say for Tig and Sloane, the most inner parts of you never want to see that expression again. If you want to do something that you think might cause her emotional harm, you're going to have to make a charisma save first. Okay. I won't tell you what the DC is, but it's not too high. It's not like 20 plus. So, yeah. Just so you have an idea of where this is at. And unless I'll let you guys kind of self-govern, unless it's, like, to me, a blatant thing. Alright. And Sean, you got a 17, so you're fine. She looks to all of you. you have a question you want to ask now, or should I wait and have Ransil tell you the story?
I don't have any questions.
You only get one question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can we ask it later as well? Just in case we get a better idea than the question we have now. Because Tig has a question now, but probably not super good. So can Tig ask later instead?
Yes. However, if you wish for the gift, Tig, would you like to come here for a moment? I'll show you what it will be.
Take my fork and put a bit of food on it and eat it on my way over.
And if you walk into the shadow, while you expect it to get dark, as soon as you cross that shadowed line, you can see into it.
Mm-hmm.
The throne she has been sitting on is actually the dried body of a treant you once knew. Dagda. Missing an arm. I can't hear you.
Where'd you find him?
Yeah, well. However, in the spirit of our agreement, no more questions. However, I can attempt to combine your spirits, perhaps, or something. If you wish a gift on leaving, he's here. Okay?
Okay, so if Tig no ask questions, Tig can
Would that be a question that you're asking?
Is that a question?
They can't hear you.
Oh.
She just winks at you and then like ushers you back out of here.
I'm just like, okay. Bye, Dad.
And as
Walk out of the shadow, you're just going, bye, Dada. Bye, Dada.
And then I was reintroducing her to an old friend, the Dagda.
It's my Dada.
Sean, make a history.
I was just gonna ask if I could do that.
Or a religion.
Sean
one you
knows
feel is
that.
better.
No, and Sean knows that name.
Yeah, I'll pretty much say that
In real life too, yeah.
what Sean knows, Thingo knows, should you get a decent roll.
Yeah.
Thingo.
What did I just
Auric.
write?
I called you Auric more than I called you Sean. I should know that name.
Both of them are the same, religion and history, so I'll just roll. 31 on a nat 20.
Mm-hmm. Whatever Sean...
It says wait.
It's a very beautiful...
It says hell yeah. It says hell yeah.
It's a very beautiful hell yeah.
Whatever Sean knows...
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever Sean knows,
yeah.
Auric knows. And if you wish to tell anything to the party, go nuts. I'll leave that just to you at the moment. And I won't tell everyone else because this can be a mystery for a bit. People can go look it up if they want to. She's like, Mansler, can you, if you would please, tell the guests the story? I will finish dinner and prepare a drink for each of us. And she sits down on her throne and continues eating. Ransil's gonna wait for you to settle. Do any of you want to talk amongst each other while he's giving you a moment?
I think I will. So, remind me if I think last time had I joined the table
Mm-hmm.
at this point? I'm sitting with everybody now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
at the
cool.
end of the end of last session, you were like brought down and you didn't
Yeah.
have to dance anymore. So
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, I'll lean over to the other two and just be like I told her, this place is very confusing for me, so I am just going to do the what is the expression? The bare minimum, and I'm just going to follow the rules. I Can we leave soon?
Working on it.
Is there anything I can do to help, or should I don't want to make it worse.
I would suggest is to be polite and to try to avoid being tricked.
Francis smiles and takes a small jar from his pocket. You may make perception checks if you wish. He shakes it and it gives off a very bright glow, and then he puts it effectively up in the chandelier, where now different shadows are playing across the room. What did you get? You know, nat 20?
I got another hell yeah for
Hell
27
yeah.
total.
Hell yeah. I got a 22.
I'm not rolling.
Where'd
Okay.
you get that dice? I want one.
It's Dimension 20. It's
It's from the
I can
Dimension,
Dropout
hear-
TV.
it's the
can
Dimension
hear
20
Brennan
weighted
saying
dice store. That's where you want to
Yep.
go.
Exactly. it's yeah. They actually have 2 sets of dice. I'm
Yeah.
waiting on the other one to come,
Oh,
so I can have 2
totally
hell
hear
yes.
Brennan saying, hell yeah.
So, what did you get there, Shannon, for your perception? 2.
22.
Oh, 22.
No, 22. 22.
4. I got it. Okay. You both see in the jar a little man with a hair of fire, and when he shakes it, little golden wings, fiery wings, spread out of his back, and the whole jar lights up. His body seems to produce flame, and the jar produces a light. That gets put up on the chandelier, which now casts shadows around the room. You do recognize the little person inside.
We do?
Mm-hmm. You left them on a turtle island a while ago.
Is it Ignis?
It is.
How did he get down here?
And he's tiny.
Mm-hmm. He's been shrunk down and put in a jar, and is now just used as a nightlight.
How did that happen? I don't think you would like that job, do you?
Never really understood that man. As if his god told him to, he would.
Yes.
He did make a bad deal once with a hag.
And with that, you get a nod.
Ah, that's why you never offer your soul to anyone.
Smooth.
Real smooth.
Ulrich, how do I not get tricked? Should I just look at you for everything? I don't know how to do that.
Suppose not. I was just tricked 10 minutes
Listen.
ago. Yes, Tick.
Tick can help.
Yeah. Okay.
Do what Tick do.
Okay.
Okay. Listen to your tummy. And
I can't get my ear down that far.
No. It's
Feel
up.
it.
So think about when Ulrich make you happy. What's the happiest thing you do with Auric?
Read.
Okay. And where does that feel?
Oh no. Continue.
My
There.
heart.
Okay. Now think about if Auric said, don't help me, and you know not to help Auric, but Auric in danger. Where that feel? Here or here?
My stomach.
Yeah. Listen to your tummy.
I understand.
If tummy feel good, do good thing. If tummy feel like Auric unsafe, listen to tummy. That is what Tig do.
That is very helpful, Tig. Thank you.
You're welcome. She give you a big squeezy hug.
I can't find my dice. I have to roll.
I hug you back.
Yeah.
And now I feel like we're locked in this.
We are,
this
we're kinda
weird
just
hug
like-
tighter.
Well, you should also use some levels of reasoning, take the information in, digest it, take it
I'll
apart,
say-
put it back together,
We're just snuggling in.
identify the
behind-
trickery within.
Is behind them, looking at you, Auric, just nodding as you say this. Okay. Auric, what do you remember of the elven arrival to Taria? The early elven history, the flight from the Daemons, the Great Infernal War, the old god Corellian. Can't remember, this guy's accent is bugging me. Good enough. Continue.
That's pretty close to what I think I remember. Truthfully, don't have a clear picture in my mind right now of my memory of such things. No. Loosely.
This will not affect our struggle here. Give me your best guess.
John used to know. John can't remember right now. I don't remember.
Okay. I'll just say Sean has failed a history check.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's no point in me telling you, then you just telling me back. So okay. You can't remember. You know the elves weren't originally from this world, yes? Well, from Taria.
Of course.
You know that it was the Daemons that drove them off?
Sounds right. I
That
maybe
the
did not
elves-
know that fully, truthfully. I knew there was something to that. I knew, maybe perhaps not specifically that it was the Daemons.
The horsemen took the moon, 2 moons actually, from your original homeworld, but had not yet shown interest in the planet. The elves, in their arrogance and superiority, taunted the horsemen. That elven might would show the horsemen, but they could not take their world. The horsemen proved them wrong. Demons kill with a touch, they eat magic, steal souls. Your physical strength, your armor means nothing to them. When most of the world was ash, the elves fled to the first world, the Feywild, where you met us. And where you stayed for a time rebuilding your strength before looking for a new place to call home. Your gods walked with you at that point. Eventually you found your way to Tariel, and there is a grand history there of coming and going and scouting parties, but I won't get into all of that. You made your way to Tariel. Settled, spread. Some became friends with people of the deep. I believe you call them dwarves.
Yes.
Red light just turned off and I'm very frustrated. They settled deep underground, far enough from the mountain home of the dwarves to not encroach on their territory. And as elves do, they adapt to their surroundings. I mean, the Dark Elf. The queen of these was their god. Goddess, even. He looks across to Lolth, who at that point was the wife of Corellian, the god king, the chief deity of the elves. He did not wish for a life below ground. So, in the summer, my queen would lounge below the earth with her friends the dwarves and her kin. And then in winter, would spend time with her husband. Eventually a new type of lower creature came to Tariel. Demons, devils. They wished to destroy and enslave. The elves all fought, but eventually Corellian, fearing his death, for gods have the most fear of an ending, he fled. At the height of summer, leaving his wife below ground and taking 3 new brides with him, he abandoned his wife. All remaining elves were ordered to a new home that did not a message that did not get to those in the deep. The Dark Elves were beset for centuries by all manner of devil and demon. And it was politics which saved them, not their strength of arms. Millennia later, when the elves returned, they saw the Dark Elves as corrupt. Corellian threw Loth down, cast it in the image of a monster, It was her demon allies which had to save her from certain death. But when an entire pantheon comes for their once queen, what is she to do? The Fae that stood with her was seen as dark, liars, twisted monsters. The first few generations of elves stood strong against these. Eventually, be called a monster enough, be killed for who you are enough. Monsters they became. As was explained to you before, that nail was hammered enough to create a great lake, which twisted the elves and the Fae. However, with your help that can be changed. Down here, most of that monstrousness has been gnawed away, leaving her, apart from part of her form, as she once was. The first things to be devoured by this place were the connections to all demons, devils. She is free from their influence. The gods above are not what they once were, and maybe you are the right horse to back in this race. We wish to be pulled from the mire of this slow hell. So that we can have a chance at surviving away from the reprimands and criminations of those that think themselves our betters. So, if you would allow it, we would bind ourselves to you. For we cannot easily walk from this place now. We are of it. We have been here too long. But if you could pull us from it, once you return, as you gain power, well, we would be grateful to our new god. And perhaps, with all the knowledge and power that she provides, that god would need a queen. And he sits down. He's been standing as he speaks. The band in the background has been playing sort of a melancholy tune as he speaks as well, rising and falling with his words and tempo. And you look across the table and you can see, while her face is not twisted into any sort of grimace, she doesn't look upset, there are tears in her eyes and a streak down her face from the retelling of her history. You may ask any questions about this history, story. It does not count against your 3. They are separate to them.
Why does everyone think you're a bad person then?
Guilty by association.
Icky, what's another word to use for that?
She made friends with someone, people who did bad things.
Friends with who?
The demons and devils mentioned. Friend is a strong word. She made... What sort of deals did you make with the fiends? I understand they were for survival. I commiserate with that, but what sort of workings were you?
He looks to her and she nods. 1/10 of her people would worship demons. Temples.
Spiritual tithe.
An alliance.
This was to broker peace, ceasefire, so to speak.
We made an alliance with the demons and the devils who, for the first time in eons, were allies of those demons. All attacks stopped. Now we are reluctantly, technically part of the Blood War, though we do not take an active role.
Well, we've seen our fair share of the Blood War, or at least the actors on the devilish side.
Demons are far worse. They care not for destruction and pain.
If we were to bind ourselves to you, or together, you were to bind yourselves to me, and I were to, in hope, gain enough power to pull myself from the dregs, and with that you, would these former allies, former people suddenly come for me as well? Come back for you to finish the job, place you back here, and myself with you.
There are very few demon lords with the power to test themselves against a god. And if you allow my queen to rule by your side, I dare say there are none that could stand against.
So you want to be Icky's girlfriend?
That
Right,
was
so
the
can I
sense I was getting
help
as
but
well.
get a big smile at that as well. Political marriage, but yes.
I hug Icky and be like, she's pretty. That's so cute. He's been single for so long.
Would you like to be the flower girl, Tig?
But wait. Tig love weddings. But we need to discuss. Our opinion matters. And if we say no, and I'm pointing to Sloane, like put my arm around her, we are his parent.
Well,
So,
hardly.
Quiet you.
Yes, quite.
If we don't agree, then no.
I'm confused again. Is this
Me too.
Is this,
Just go with it.
My stomach doesn't feel good. I feel like this is a trick.
This is why we talk about it. Okay. It's okay. We'll figure this out. Tig Tummy is kind of in the middle. But we'll figure this out. Tummy will tell
Are you
all.
getting married, Auric?
There is no date has been set,
yet.
and this is not tummy law.
This is
With
tummy
use of
law.
reason.
Back the table.
In
This is
our-
tummy law.
Tummy law.
Discernment. We don't follow exclusively our gut.
Tig does.
Yeah, I think I
It
do
always
too.
works out for Tig.
Yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should follow tummy law. Auric.
I wonder if things
This is why
seem to
Tig got
work
ice
out
cream.
with this tummy law when there's a discerning
The way you say it.
intellect with you to cover the flaws of tummy law.
But you didn't answer
This
my
is-
question. Are you getting married? What is happening?
This is a additional conversation for much, much longer after any of the other exchange has been made, because clearly there are steps before that. Sloane, there's a sequence of events.
What?
It's not discuss story with Lolth, God Queen, ally with, and then marriage suddenly. No. We have work. There's work between, and it's not set.
But are you going to marry her, or is that? King
We
and
don't know.
Queen?
We don't know.
What? This was a long-term proposition from potential allies. It's not even the primary part of this discussion. This is a
Oh, Tig, have a question.
yes, Tig.
No, not for you. For Pretty Lady.
Yes, Tig, says Rancer.
On the table. Why do you want to marry? What is what? Why do you want to porcupine marry? Icky. She said it was a porcupine marriage.
I said it was a political marriage.
Political.
Porcupine marriage.
And
Those words are not even close to each other.
she is
They shared
preparing.
us.
She's finishing her food and preparing her drink, so I'll be doing the answering. And she will interrupt me if I get this wrong. But I believe a more equitable sharing of power is what is needed here.
But why?
She has 2/3 the power of a god currently. Or at least of her former self.
And former self was nice or was demony? Well, I know Techno Demon.
She has
Is
the
not
former
always that.
power of her demon self, but she has the personality and connections of her originals. She is not tied to demons. So,
What's she tied to?
unfortunately, this place. Which is why we want out.
And then what would she be tied to?
To Auric.
Okay. Take in a difficult tummy place because she has Tig old friend, but also she when trees fall down, the earth will open up and that tree will go down into the earth over time and become food for new life. When people fall down because they are old or sick or they go to war and nature does what it does and that person goes into the ground as well somehow, they then become food for new life, like the grass, even though it's just grass. So if this is place where things go when they fall down, They meant to become food for new life. So
It's different here. You are correct in some ways, but the Dagda was meant to fall in the physical world, be broken down as you say. His spirit would be reborn in a new body. Life would come from his corpse.
but he would
However,
still.
pestilence cast him down here.
I
The
think
demons
enough
are of
pestilence to
entropy.
take him.
This place is.
And Spider Lady got put here because she fell down.
Well, she died.
But that is the course of life. You shouldn't. Sometimes you can't change death.
Have you heard of a saying, survival of the fittest? All life fights to live. That is what we are doing here. We're fighting to live. Is it against the natural order to fight for our lives?
No. But if you've
But
already
you
died.
want us to not.
No, I don't want you to not fight.
This
Tig confused why, if you died, why are you here and not somewhere else?
the weight of the death of her last physical form dragged down all Fae promised to her. This is me physically, I'm not dead. Markat is not dead. When my queen died, if certain laws were still in place, her soul would have gone somewhere else, but instead it came here.
Which laws are these?
Gods are not permitted to live on or be on the physical plane. So saith the judge. For transgressing against that law, came here instead of returning to what would have been her domain.
So she was banished to oblivion, and with that banishment, her domain sank with her.
Yes, along with every soul in it, every spirit in it, and every fae connected to her. Every single soul that has died worshipping her has already been devoured by this place, as opposed to living in eternity, as they should have.
See, this is Tig, this is what I've spoken about before, of the energy, the dynamics of souls. The current structures and systems, it is barbaric. It's not about balance, it's about currency.
No, it's about balance, because something can't come from nothing. And a soul will eventually die, but there will always be a new one.
Even we do not know the full extent of soul birth and death. I can give you a very basic understanding, but I believe, and she nods, that would be your
That would be one of the questions, yes.
Tig was actually going to ask what her favorite color was, but
You don't want
that's
the gift
why I
she
thought-
proposed to you? Okay.
Lord, no, I do, but that's why I'm stuck in tummy time.
Body of my friend, what's her favorite color? These are about equal in my
No, but-
mind too.
Tig, I understand this balance you're talking about, but if if this was true, then as they say, there would be eventual. I suppose that's what the horsemen wish.
I think Tig
Without
just
new energy, the system will stagnate. That's what this. But if there's only a finite amount of energy and it is not properly balanced, it will eventually destroy everything. This is not properly balanced. This is petty creatures casting others down and taking with them others without consideration, possibly for the ultimate balance. This is not balance.
They are being what they were made to be.
If you extract energy, you push energy in, you do it improperly out of pettiness, out of judgment that is bound by it.
Icky, you can't ask things to be less than they are.
That's what I'm saying, Tig, is that if you take a soul and you do not properly value its position, your calculations, grand calculations, will be wrong to the end of everything, and no cycle or balance whatsoever. That's not balance. That's irresponsible.
So is trying to control nature, and you can't do that.
I'm not trying to control nature. I'm trying to stop those who think they can.
Like you?
No. No.
Tig,
Like this judge.
he is correct.
He is?
I hear what you are saying. He is actually agreeing with you, just not
okay.
in a way you understand.
Okay.
He wants to make sure nature runs its course correctly. Am I right there, Master Auric?
Yes. Yes, otherwise the end.
Oh!
Currently everything is broken. We need that fixed.
The only reason to want to take back Tree Friend is because he's not able to do anything here. I mean, he is dead. That's happened anyway. And, his tree is here, but he's not any use here. So Tig only wants to take him back so that either Tig or other life can use his life to make other life bloom. So Tig can be big and strong, and make Icky big and strong, and make Sloan big and strong, like Tig. So we go for a walk. Like he take me for a walk. As I, point to the tree, like, he take Tig for a walk, and Tig is the way Tig is because of him. So I think Tig take present now.
You will have it on leaving. I know what she has planned, and I will explain it after this conversation with you all is finished. Sloan, you have been quiet. Do you think this is a decision for all of you? I think you are all friends and allies, though he will take most of the burden. Do you think he should save all of us?
That is a big question.
Is. But I'm
I
sure
have
he's
no
a big
doubts.
boy and can handle it.
I have no doubts that he can. It's just whether he wants to. And that is his choice.
Well, Auric, it seems that your friends want you to make the decision. Will you save all of us and help right the balance of things? Or will you find your own way out of it? With perhaps some help. Other agreements can.
it could be said that the entire fate of this world, this dominion of your people, of Loth, is a case study for all my work.
I believe it could.
The ways so many souls have been thrown away. Almost the same level of vapidness as some of the devils I've seen. I will help. I will accept this partnership. Though I will apologize if the weight is too great, we sink together. But I believe I can help, and I will.
Part 1. He walks into the shadow and comes out with a crown and a ring. Would you accept part 2?
I assumed that part was to be discussed later, at a later time, after some of the, partnership has been tried out and
Well, currently we are tied. An oath will be made that we do things correctly. But unless you are seeking to gain advantage, this connection here, and you see, as you said, we'll sink together. It's moved to about a third of the distance from you towards her. It's like equaling out the power in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really feel a huge influx of energy currently, but yeah. You may
I would
we will have a very brief ceremony, but the longer you stay here, the longer your essence will be drained away. You should move quickly. We have protected you as best we can, but eventually you will begin to dissolve once again. So, for equal power, well, I don't think she'd be upset if it was more of a 51 to 49 split between you. Considering you are dragging her out. Two distinct, separate entities joined. The sharing in power.
Well, I Oric looks. I look to my two barbarian friends and then back to Ronsur. Apparently my mother's. And
Shannon
say,
was way too distracted for that.
We are your mums.
I would look to Ronsur and say, well, I suppose of all of the partnerships I've seen proposed to this company of mine, this seems the most healthy and fair. I've seen people promise their souls to devils and demons and bears and swords and all sorts of things. But I've spent my time. I suppose I've had partnerships of love. Why not partnerships of respect to save the world? I'll accept this partnership.
traditionally, if we do go through with this right now, there are gifts at a wedding.
Oh, well, we just need to do a ceremony. We could just go down to the court and sign the paper.
We will have a very small ceremony, but each of you provide a gift of meaning. And we will provide something in return. Alright, with that, let's take a 5-minute break quickly, and then we'll do like 40 minutes and wrap up, okay?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Let's just go to the break button. Hey everybody, welcome back. I know the outro to when we left wasn't particularly good, but we're back now, and we're gonna go and have a lovely little wedding ceremony for Auric, which I should have had my book ready. I'm pretty sure there's just a spell called ceremony where they're like, do you take you? Yes, cool. Congrats, you are the
spell. That is a spell.
So I'm gonna look that up while you guys think of the gifts you want to give each other. Or to the other side, because there's going to be Loth, Vansir, and Margat, who's actually Sean Sloan, not Sean Sloan. Auric, make a religion roll and see if you can figure out who Margat is.
Oh, so close to a hell yeah. It was a 19, which is a 30. A 30.
You heard of the Morrigu?
Is she the goddess of war?
Yeah, you've heard of the Morrigu, right?
Of course I have. I have a version of it in my world.
Yeah, so congrats, that's who that is. Except it's being all timey-wimey to act like a kid. A lot.
Right.
Fickle war.
A good way to keep them from trouble business. Other than trying to seduce Sloane with creamy brulees.
It is called Ceremony the spell, right?
The spell is actually called Ceremony.
It's just not in the core book.
I think it's a level 1 spell.
It is not a difficult one.
Yeah, it's alright. You guys...
This is Tig's second wedding.
You guys keep planning your presents for a moment. Talk to each other, like in character about it, and I'll look this up.
So we need gifts for how many people, and who do we need to get you one, or do you want a gift?
She said us. So in weddings, Tig been to a wedding before. You're supposed to give present to the Maui couple.
If you scan this QR code, you'll get to our registry. I would like a bunch of spell vellum, magic ink, magic chalk.
All the paper. I'm just gonna show up with a handful.
I would like
of
it from
creme brulees.
Vilroy and
Oh god dang it.
Vilroy and Bacamel. Villainry and Bacamel.
Icky. Seriously?
Yes.
Serially though, who do we give presents to?
Rancer, who's preparing a book, is like,
Handsome.
I love that you
Oh, maybe we'll have another wedding.
No, Tig is married.
yeah, he like
Okay.
looks shocked. You like, so she's married to a wolf. In a
How do you not know this?
I was joking. I did know that.
I can't.
We talked about it outside of that tavern when I was having a mental crisis.
Which one?
3 gifts, one for myself, one for Margat, and one for the bride.
Exchange of gifts
Oh,
between representative houses of the horde.
You're marrying
we-
so many people.
Do we each have to give one? So there's
Make sure there is
9 total, or is it collective?
You could give us 1 gift each, so 3 gifts total, or my queen would not, and I would not worry if you were to give all of them to her.
I have an idea. It's turning back to the other 2. I have an idea for Margaret. If you
What
guys,
They
other
they
ideas.
You need
said
some feedback?
yeah. They said they need to be gifts meaningful from us.
And I kind of wanted to be a surprise.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So what do you want to do, or do you not want to tell us?
Well, actually, Tig, do you have vines or flowers or something I can use as string that I can borrow and use very quickly? That would be great.
I'm just gonna, like a dog going around chasing its tail, just trying to catch this one vine and
Okay.
this one.
Thank you. And Oric, do you have extra thread or something, or like a loose thread or something from your tunic that I could have?
No, certainly. Yes. I've got plenty of thread laying around of some sort.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
Oh, no. I do have thread, yes. So I have thread.
Thank you. Okay. All right. And you see Sloane take like a mug, tie, and she takes a thread from her own I guess she's wearing the fancy dress. So she'll just take a thread from that, and she'll tie a knot in all three of those things, the vine, Oric's thread, and her thread. And I will put it down on the table, so I've got like a strand, and I will put the cup on top of it, and I will start working on something.
Are you making a friendship bracelet?
No. Yes, that is
That's so
exactly what I'm
fucking
making. That's exactly what I'm making.
Okay. What about you, Tig?
Well, Tig doesn't have very much. Can I have the bag, please? Thank you.
Just gonna fish in it and like feel around the bottom. I'm feeling for like some like little fingery sort of trinkets. I'm specifically looking for a smooth disc with 2 holes in the middle, and it's got a chip off the side. I'm sort of looking for that.
What is it?
It's a broken button.
Okay. You find gooey, sticky stuff. We had like black tar. Okay. Put your hand back in. And you then find a button.
I think this will do. Sloane.
Yes.
Could you? So this is for Margaret. What? Handsome. What's her name? Kitty cat.
Margaret.
Oh no. This one's for Maggot.
In
She's
the
very pretty.
Tigaria, in the not offend her, maybe just call her Goo.
Okay, this is for Goo. This is for Gooey. Can you put this on there for Tig?
Yes, this is actually the perfect spot for me to do that. Yes.
Thank you. So we make Goo gift together. You have lots of stuff to do.
Could you maybe help with decorations?
Yes, I can do that. And think of more presents.
Okay. And Auric?
I am thinking.
Okay.
He shouldn't have to give one. He's getting married. People should give him a gift.
He is the gift.
A fucking man.
And so we'll look to the Queen. Promise of his heart is all that is needed.
None of you going to stab him in the back?
I vow that none of the court, or that reside within this realm, will do any harm to Oryx Solaris, no matter what his name may become, who he is or who he may be, nor will any harm from them come to you, Tagaria, or you, Sloan.
Oh.
If they act with ill intent towards any of you, I will dispatch them, and if harm comes to you, I will give up a portion of my own power to repay the harm done.
Aw. See, I told you she was okay. I know
Again,
what to give
Handsome
you
said
now.
that, not the Queen. The Queen lets him do a lot of the speaking.
Yeah, I take it as it's her words, basically, because
Yeah.
he's speaking on her behalf and she'll interrupt if he's
Cool.
saying something wrong.
That's good then.
Decorations!
There are leaves and vines everywhere and flowers in the air.
As you're just kind of like, I just like imagine, because they've like been glamoring up like a little arch of stuff, and then they have like wood going around, as you're just like finger gun at things, and then just flowers just like pew, like
Pretty
Out-
much.
out
I'm
of-
setting off little fireworks of flowers.
and it's because you are a little bit fey, but you don't quite know how to do it all. So you're
Oh,
just
God, no.
like you just expect flowers to grow as you point at an area, so flowers just pop out. If you expect fire, you won't get like, if Ransur did it, he'd get like, 4th of July fireworks.
Yeah.
But when she
I get
does
it, and
it,
it's
she's
like
just
a
getting like a
sneeze.
little like at her finger. That's it, just a little. That's about it.
I get a little sneeze.
Love it. Love it. You sneeze and it's flowers.
I'm just going, hey, Sloan, guess what?
Okay,
So good editing. So good.
let me just double check this ceremony spell.
Spirit finger.
Oh, I don't know what to give.
I literally have no worldly possessions. I had a button.
I was thinking maybe the decorations could be your gift. You make it pretty.
I have a button and a bucket as my worldly possessions. Other than that, it's like a bag of decomposed remains that I just eat.
Okay, so
Oh, I know.
the almost 15-foot tall Drider that is Lolth comes across and stands on one side of the art. Ransur will stand up there with a tome. Are you ready, Auric?
Just give me one moment. It's just one more guest that must be here. And Oric will rush. I will rush over in the corner, rip through my bag, and take out. Actually, I already summoned him, so I'm gonna summon Gladstone here.
Did Gladstone meet any of the other Fae before?
He met
cat.
Morget, yeah. Morget chased him around, and then I puffed him out of existence
So
while he was forming.
It's like, oh, I'm back. And then he looks over at Ransom like, you! And he's like, you. And they stare at each other, and Ransom forms a spear. And you see Gladstone start to form into an upright, slowly becoming a tall elf as well, and drawing a sword, and they just like stand opposite each other.
Not at my wedding, chap.
They stand there and they're like puffing, like they're getting ready to fight still, and Loth just like and sort of backs down. Gladstone smirks, starts going back to being an owl. He doesn't say anything else. He's just like, you know, like owls just like lock eyes and something. He's just like always on Ransom wherever he is.
Yeah, just have my other oldest friends here. Might as well have you all.
So
You others missing.
Where
Right.
do we stand?
But there's another.
Wherever you please.
One more guest. Okay.
Twig.
I'm gonna throw a stick and be like,
Twig.
little arms pop out and
He's
little
just
feet, and I'm gonna pick him up and I'll be like, we got work to do. And I'm gonna quickly get this thing and put it on his head, and this little on his head, and wrap him with a little bit of vines and
he has
leaves
a
on
little
it.
tuxedo out of vines.
Yes,
He's
he
got
does.
a little green and yellow tuxedo.
Yes.
And then he climbs up onto Gladstone's back like a knight. Gladstone's like,
This would make a fantastic painting.
so you have Auric, Sloane, Tig on your side, with Gladstone on your shoulder currently.
Yes.
With Tig, with Twig on his shoulders.
Yeah. Oric will 100% after the conflict's over commission a painting of this.
Amazing.
Then you've got Ransom is actually going to be the one conducting the ceremony. Then there's Loth and Margat. I'm just going to call them Moragu from now on because it's easier. We will-
Tig
It still doesn't feel good
How
in my stomach.
how about I give you a moment to speak in a moment. There's two parts to this you can interrupt.
Okay.
This will be very brief. Your hand, Auric.
What?
My queen. And you put like wrist to wrist, and he takes a length of vine and he ties your wrists together. We are not going to follow any words written in religion or politics. I swear. Something simple. Do you, Auric, promise to defend and uphold the honor of your soon-to-be wife, to protect her and aid her as best you can?
Yes, I do.
Do you, Loth, promise to defend your soon-to-be husband? To gift unto him your power, and through you, promise him all your servants? I do. Auric, Do you have a gift to give?
Oh. Yes. Suppose.
The more meaning in the gift, the tighter the bond.
Yeah, I don't have quite many things.
Gladson's going to whisper something to you. He just leans in very quiet, like, this is a moment that you could get something quite good from this too. If you promise...
Is that so?
If you promise your daughter to be hers as much as yours, she is duty-bound to defend her.
It was a good idea to summon you here.
And there is nothing more meaningful, I believe, than your blood kin. Yes?
What would that do for my daughter's sake?
Well, demigodhood to start. If she gets saved from wherever she is, a long, healthy, happy life. If she doesn't, and more power to whatever's going on with her. If she's being used for some draconic cult ritual, but I'm sure you don't want to think about
That's okay, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that part.
But all the Dark Fae, all the Winter Court, God Queen Loth and this Rancer, it's sure to help you, and also this will piss Rancer off, so fuck Rancer. And he sits back up.
Oh, I like that part too. My gift to my soon-to-be queen is one to offer a more familial bond between the two of us, to secure our bond in more fullness. I pledge my kin to you, you to my kin, for the sake of my daughter. Serena. Solaris.
Loth smiles. I accept such a heartfelt, wondrous gift. Thank you, beloved. I give to you my former husband's wedding ring cut from his finger, with it a portion of his power and mine. It will become the vestment that marks your godhood, whatever form you wish it to be. Once you place it on your finger, it will forevermore be part. Along with the crown. That's just for ceremony.
A generous offering, a generous gift.
He undoes the vines, as you said, the idols. You see a signet ring appear on Loth's finger with the words Serena on it, and a small engraved image of your daughter's face. on your finger, the ring that she offered slides on, and the crown is placed on your head. Ranso is going to draw a circle around you two in the ground, and it becomes this elaborate rune work that, as he does it, it starts just spreading out from where it is to become this very large thing that starts glowing with power. This is what he's been reading in the book. The book itself was mostly to learn this spell properly. Any who stand here who have an issue with this union, speak now and cast it asunder.
Sloane is biting her tongue.
You have no issue, or if your issues are not big enough to speak now, nevermore speak ill towards this union and give it your blessing. Well, I believe in most human cultures I've seen, and a few elven. You now kiss your bride, Oryx Solaris. Even that face, again, most stunningly beautiful thing in the multiverse, and you're like, So...
It's just the spider legs.
That's fair.
Literally, I'm gonna say actually no. That he doesn't have that reaction. As soon as you say that, I look to him and then look up the about like 6 feet higher, like 7 feet higher that she is than me.
Bit tall.
She will. Her legs will fold down
tall.
to you, so that you can.
I'm just gonna lean over. I'm gonna lean over to Sloane and be like, "Legs for days."
I can hear Kieran being like, "Give her a smooch from here."
I know, right? I know.
So, last thing, I guess, do you kiss your bride or not?
My stomach does not feel good.
Mine feels amazing.
That equals out. In tummy law.
This is the last binding part of the spell, so I'm just waiting for you to decide if you're gonna have it happen or not.
No. He'll abide it. Very respectfully, Orc would take her hand and very, very classy smooch on the lips.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. He's just like. He's just like very like not very timid, I would say, in the action, like embarrassed a little as he does look back at Sloane and Tig for a moment, like
so
kind of completely.
She wraps her arms around you.
Asexual creature to you two this entire time.
She wraps her arms around you and pulls you around a bit, and her raven hair just wraps around you. The bright light of the runework goes off. Everyone is blinded to what's happening. And when you look back, when you can see through it, when it disappears, she is now a 5'9" elven woman with a long, flowing black dress with normal legs.
Oh, thank God.
Because, yes, that's the shift in power. You've managed to break that by agreeing to all of this and get into that 50-50 point. You also have the following.
Oh, stuff to write down.
This is a very easy one. When you two are on the same plane of existence, you get +2.
The wedding effect, yeah.
But it's just +2, Sean.
Oh, just what?
Just +2.
Everything?
What?
Yep.
Okay, excellent.
Your AC,
Like
your
that.
DC, all your attributes, all your checks.
Bringing my wife everywhere.
Oh, I love you, honey. You're coming with me.
You get
Get in
you
the
also
car.
get
We're
a-
going to save the world.
You also get a +5 at restaurants to have fresh food and free dessert.
Yeah, you're gonna get free drinks everywhere with her. But
Excellent.
the effects to the 4 guests are when they are together and you're within 30 feet, you get +2 to AC.
Ooh.
So they are. So if you're within 30 feet of both of them, you'll get +2 to AC. That is not a 7-day effect. That is a
Interesting,
forever
interesting.
effect.
Very cool.
Morigu steps to you. Sean's Auric. I have a gift for you and one for Sloane.
I have a gift for you too. Sorry.
And she blushes a little bit. To you, Auric.
Yes.
There was a war god who had some. I got this, and she does like a flourish, and a raven is there. This is one of, if you make a religion check. You might have read about this.
See if I get
Wait.
another hell yeah. No, not another hell yeah, but it is a 22.
All right, this is one of Odin's ravens.
Hell yeah. Which one?
I'm not telling you yet. You can find it out later.
Okay.
Which obviously makes Gladstone a little bit like, you seen other birds? Like,
Oh, come on, you're not really a bird, mate.
so there's that. And then she sort of sits there and goes across to you, Sloane. She's like, why did you get me?
Well, I actually made this, and Tig helped too. Tig and I, but mostly me. I am sorry if I hurt your feelings before. I'm just I confuse very easily, and here. And it is indeed a friendship bracelet that is made from Twig's vine, Oryx thread, and Sloane's thread with the button right in the middle, so that when she puts it on, it's kind of like where a watch face would be.
She puts it on and she's like, I love it. Does this mean I'm all yours now?
It means we can be friends.
I'll take it. Maybe time will tell. Just see how things go. I'd like to see you more often. You gonna come back here?
Maybe. I don't know, but maybe.
You seem so unsure of yourself. You need confidence.
Very much so.
Why?
It's I don't really know who I am right now.
It's not me. It's not boys, girls, neither, all.
Oh.
You know what? You can. Tell me later if you're not sure. Okay.
Okay.
Just was hoping, but I have this, and she hands you air that she seems to be holding in like this, like it's got a grip. And as you take
Can I grip it too?
Yeah, as you grip it, it like you can feel like winds like whipping around in your hand. And it goes up, and you can, as you move it, it forms almost like an invisible axe.
Oh.
I made
This
it.
is the type of. You made it.
made it.
It is beautiful. Did you make it out of the wind?
Kinda, yeah, it's the spirit of angry winds. It needs to go in metal, but I'm not the best smith, so maybe you can find maybe your new boss can get that done for you, and that'd be cool. You can make it into a physical weapon, but it's gonna be really hard for your enemies to see it like it is. So
That is always good for
Like-
surprise.
and she takes it back for a second, and she like pulls. You're still wearing a belt. I'm gonna say there's like a sash, and she like slides in, and as it stops, just disappears because you're not holding it.
How do I get it back?
Oh no, guys, look, she's unarmed. And then she just takes your hand and places it over where it is, and then you have it again.
Oh, I like that very much. Thank you.
Well, I like you very much. And then she turns away and goes and hides behind an answer.
I think I finally understand what it is that she was trying to tell me.
She made it blatantly obvious.
I'm just gonna like
Shannon's dump stat is wisdom.
pat Sloan on the shoulder and well done. You got this.
Well, Tig, did you have a gift, or was it just the helping?
Oh no, I have presents. I have presents. Who wants their present first?
Sure.
Handsome. Tig not very good at gift wrapping. So I did it. But I cleaned it. And it's my favorite book.
What is this book?
I'm giving him Tig's picture book.
Off when you was a kid? Or something different?
It's a picture book that she took from a library.
Yeah. Yeah, I
and it
remember
just
that.
had pretty pictures in it of plants and stuff. And
The same library where I found the map of Dis.
yeah, and that was her storybook. So she has like kept that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's her baby storybook, basically. She's like, my only book. It's the only book I wanted to read. And I never got to, but it's got pretty pictures. And I thought maybe you could read it to you.
Goose sort of just from behind Rancer looks at you and just sort of smiles, then goes back to hiding. And it's like, thank you, Vigarila. This is a heartfelt, and he looks a bit closer, like, there's some interesting extinct plants in here.
There's words in there. I wanted to read that.
This is where to find them. And
Oh, God.
how to make
God's Tig.
alchemical spells. This is very interesting, thank you. And he puts it in his
I knew I should have taken that book from her.
Hey, you had the bag. You had the bag.
There's a lot of books in the bag.
I could have pulled out a different one, just saying. I licked that one clean, okay?
Okay, so you're like, if you follow me, I believe you have to leave. There are 3 doors coming up. I might be able to aid you in some of them.
Oh, I had
There
a
is-
gift
Yes.
for a pretty lady.
She sort of smiles.
I don't quite know if this will work, but I wanted to try. And maybe it might work when it grows up. Because Tig don't know if you're going to have babies. And Icky, a good dad, but struggles. So Tig thought this be a good practice. And I'm gonna break off a little tiny little twig and
and give it a little poof of a flower bud and sprinkle some chalk on it and lick it. This should grow up into a little twig of your very own, because Tig said it would, and that's how Tig works. If Tig believed it so, that's how it works. It just does. So this, you can call it, it's got a little flower on it. It's an azalea flower, and it will grow up and sing for you. And you can call her Twiggy, and she'll sing for you. And if you have babies, she can sing for your babies.
You can all hear this little voice in the air. I'm so fancy.
You
All right.
already know.
I'm so
Yeah.
plenty. This little
So,
twig's just going, I'm so plenty.
anyways, he's like,
Amazing.
So mad.
he walks to behind where the throne is and plants it. And then he comes back. Well, you have questions. You have gifts to receive still. Tig, I know you wanted a gift. And my lady has already told me what she wishes to do for you. He points towards the throne and creates a fist, and it just into dust.
Thank you.
You will have him grow around you. His physical form will be yours, and when one day you die, you will return him to the earth on the physical plane, completing the cycle you wish to have complete. So
Run
I
up and
pitch
give
I couldn't
Handsome
hear.
a hug. Run up and give Handsome a hug and be like,
You are welcome.
I would hug Pretty Lady, but I don't want to ruin her pretty dress.
You will be known among us and all who follow Tagariel Dagdaini.
Tig.
Yes, Tig.
Tig and Dada. Woohoo.
Yes. Do you have questions that you need to ask? Sloan, work.
Well, I suppose I'd have a request more than a question, but I think I can make it into a question.
A request tends to be a question. Could you
Yeah.
please?
My stomach did not feel good when you were talking about having the queen be Oryx's protector. That is my job. I
That's
would like to
true.
be the protector.
You will always be his guardian, much as I am the queen's. But you are still mortal. Maybe you'll find a way to surpass that limit. However, to ease you on your way, because you're a danger to him and everyone around you, while the beast behind you.
Not anymore, though.
It is still coming. Our soldiers have been fighting and dying to keep it from the falls.
Oh.
Our gift to you, we will hold it at bay for one more door. And then it will come. Use the time well.
Thank you.
Auric, you have a question.
I suppose complicated question, though. What world does my new partner envision, wish to see? May not be something to answer now, but important information.
Lolth is a prideful, sometimes petty woman who wishes for nothing more than to love and be loved by everyone she meets. She would go out of her way to make those happy around her, and that can make the world a better place. Or it can make it a worse one. Unfortunately, her ex was more arrogant, more petty, and more cruel. That did not always bring out her best. I have done my utmost to give her a stabilizing influence. But now I will be the protector, and you will be the one to guide her into the wall.
I see. Pettiness and arrogance. Dreadful qualities.
Yes,
Certainly ones I don't
never
possess.
seen them in a match before. Have you?
No, of course not. No, I do my best to avoid such character flaws to varying degrees of success. That is useful enough information as we move forward in this accord.
Well, I have a quick wedding gift for you. Your name does not fit who you are as a god. You can reject this name that I will give you, which I give you along with 2/3 of my personal power to cement it in the heavens and below, and find your own, but it will be far less effective. Your mortal name will still be Oryx Solaris. Your divine name, if you choose to accept it, one that took much thought and is as political as it is anything. Your title will still be the Weaver. Your name would be Lord Lunaris. If you want it. It will show your favor to the Winter Court, to the darker side of Fae. It'll show your favor to the goddess of the moon, who will most likely be your ally. And since she is the queen of all earthly elves, you would have sway over most of them as well, along with all druids and all allies of the Northern Elves. That is the name I can give you.
Ooh, that is a lot of influence.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, there's a lot going on there. Yes, Tig. Yes, please talk.
Does this make you grand? Like a grand poo or something?
Grand Poobah.
Poobah!
Grand Poobah Doink of all of this and that.
Yeah!
Okay.
Can we call you a poobah?
No. I look to Ronsur and I say, what is a lord or a king without advisors?
Powerless.
The thought is, it was a rhetorical question, but thank you. Rhetorical question in saying, often there's a pause at the end of a rhetorical question for effect, but this is a long way of me saying yes, I accept.
Good.
Lord Lunaris.
As you say that, can I get each of you to roll a d4 for me?
Yes.
3.
2, 1. Blast
One.
off.
What'd you
Fuck
get?
off, I got a 2.
So 1, 2,
1, 2,
3. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
As you say, Lord Lunaris, your words echo around the chamber, and 6 giant spiders materialize.
Oh dear.
They are your divine servants.
This is all happening very fast.
Hello. Ransil will just make this gesture, and they will shrink into a little ball of web, and he hands it to you. Just throw it on the ground when you want them. Shrink them when you do not. Told you your name came with favor. Someone somewhere heard you say it and thought they'd throw their hat in that ring. Anyways, you have 3 doors to choose from. I can give you some advice on them. I have been through or looked through 2 of them and come back. The Chariot, the Hanged Man, and the Hierophant.
Why would we go with an elephant?
A Hierophant is one world all about the divine, and some malign influences corrupting it.
Ugh.
Yes, ugh. The Hanged Man is a place of trickery, but not like this. The rulers and the peasants there are inverted. Everything requires you to look with a new perspective. If you do not catch on fast enough, you may find yourself dead.
No, not that one.
That place, magic is hidden. Gods aren't really there. It is a shard of a world that died and fell to this. You'd have no power. There is technology. Maybe you could bring some back, but it is Interesting. This door will lead to a place called London. The last one is the Chariot, a place I have not been nor looked into. I know it is about following through with intentions and manifesting desires. But desires are not always as wholesome as they first appear.
Okay.
We have to
Corrupt.
pick a door?
Yes, or you cannot leave.
And
Unless
we'll wither away here.
the Hierophant, corrupt divinities.
Fun.
The Hanged Man, some place called London. And the
Delightful.
Chariot, place I have never been.
My favorite.
Maybe a vote amongst the three of you. Raise your hand for the Hierophant. Raise your hand for the Chariot.
Which one was that?
Oh wait, no,
one?
sorry, not chariot.
Wait.
I mixed up the order to see what would happen.
Not chariot. I take that back.
Got him.
Raise your hand for London.
Look around like, oh,
The Hanged Man it is.
What?
And
We're going to London.
Why? I want to go where nice things happen.
I don't think any of these places are nice. This is the nicest place we'll
I
ever get
want
to here,
to
I think.
manifest.
okay.
in the corner.
Is there anything I promised you guys I haven't given you? Because I should do it now.
From this place.
Yeah. You've got your
Answer questions,
You've
gifts.
got your gifts.
Yeah.
I need to know what that ring is looking like on you because it would manifest.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Do you want me to do that before we end?
If you well, it's getting late, so you can just tell me. I'll say what it looks like the moment you step through the other side. But
We could just do it next. Yeah, no, we'll do it next session.
yeah. As you put your hand on the door and swing it open, the air smells disgusting coming through the other side. There is some sort of four-wheeled horseless cart moving past, and someone stands on a corner yelling, "France needs our help! Sign up for the great adventure!" And you step through, and we'll end the session there.
Oh my god.
What?
I let your terrible. I fell for the bait.
Yeah, you did. You got
As soon as you
clickbaited.
said London, I completely forgot that you told us we don't have power there.
I know. And do you know what time period you're stuck in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The war.
not a good time. So
Yeah. As soon as you said, yeah. Okay, this is going to be very interesting.
Yeah,
Gained all this
because when
power
you
and
were
he can't
like-
use any of it.
Because when you just said you were like, I want to go to London, I was just like, why the fuck would he want to go to London? My thought was going to be, are we going to be
They think
stuck
it's
in
funny.
current time or like Harry Potter Wizarding World time where it's like 1900s?
Sounds like it's the world. One of the world wars.
And-
going
And,
on.
and I was just like, how the
It's-
fuck is Tig, a tree person, going to be received in
Oh my
London?
god! Can we, are we gonna be real life versions of ourselves?
Oh my
That
god,
would be
yes!
really cool.
Make me a disgustingly dirty garden hobo.
yes, you will be. You will be stepping into.
Oh, I actually really love it. Don't regret my decision at all.
You're stepping into London
Yeah.
World War One.
Very cool.
That's actually really
Where
awesome.
you will have some choices, some of which will be going to the front lines. So it depends on what you guys want to do. Okay. Yeah, that could go badly. So, I hope you all enjoyed tonight's session. Was it a bit of fun for you all? We'll do a really quick favorite moments because I want to get you all out of here because I know it's late for you. So, just either you could. I'll let you do as many as you want, but a minimum of one for yourself, one for someone else. Okay, we're gonna start with Shannon.
Okay. For moi, for myself, I was very proud of the gifts that I improvised completely on the spot. I thought that was well done, me. For somebody else, Tig, I frickin' love our little
Our snuggle puddle.
Our snuggle cuddle puddle. Yep,
Cuddle
that
puddle.
was great. That was great.
Yeah,
That was very great.
the cute mums were great.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll go with Sarah next.
But did you do a favorite for Auric?
No, she doesn't have to.
It's-
Just one on one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go.
it's just one-on-one.
You can do as many as
okay.
you want to, but a minimum of one for yourself, one for someone else.
Okay. Favorite for self. Finger guns and spirit fingers. I loved the spirit fingers for myself. Okay, that's my moment. Favorite for Sloan. I don't like tummy time. I loved that. The like my tummy does not feel good. And then she stood up for herself.
Tummy
and I was-
law.
Tummy
That was
law.
also great.
And that
Tummy
was
law.
going to be my favorite Auric one was like, this is not tummy law. And I was just like, yeah, that made me very, very happy. So that mine's
Yeah.
all about tummies today.
That was going to be my favorite. So that's annoying. I was gonna
you can
say.
you can piggyback.
No, it's alright. I'll find something else. But I was gonna say that I do want to hear it come back in the future when like it's like you feel something bad. It's gonna have me like, tummy law says no. It's like-
The tummy law cometh.
The tummy
Okay.
law is truth.
Sean.
Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan of Tummy Law also.
I'm getting that on
I
a
think
t-shirt.
What I really liked, though, was in the midst of Tummy Law, was Ransur and Auric kind of making eye contact when Auric was like, that's not how you make any decision. That is the absolute worst way to make a decision.
Yeah.
But favorite moment for myself, I mean, navigating all of this, I guess, is very a lot. But if I'm thinking of a particular moment, I guess so. When Lolth first kind of softened her approach to us after she asked what we would do if she had presented herself honestly to us from the beginning, and Auric was like, I would have done exactly the same thing. I liked that moment because it felt like a character choice that resulted in a very clear shift in tone in the interaction. That was fun. And I guess favorite for someone else besides Tummy Time would be would just be Ransur. Like, you playing Ransur tonight, being this like voice of the queen. I think you did a good job there, Nova, of having this sort of filter, this person who could be kind of a neutral party despite being completely loyal to one side. And then actually, no, I take that back. Gladstone and Ransur's feud is what was my favorite
Oh
moment.
yeah.
And you've taken my
particularly-
favorite moment for me. Thank you. Okay. You asshole.
I love
like,
that.
yes,
As soon as
I've
they
got
break
it,
down
and
each
then-
other. But even more, the fact that Gladstone was like, this will really piss off Ransur. This is what you should give them.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of implications there, which I'll explain to you another time. But all right, favorite moment for myself. I hope I'm showing that Ransur has like genuine affection for the Queen more than just loyalty by the way he talks about her. I don't know if that. I'm hoping that's coming across. If it is, then that's my moment for myself. If it's not, well, I suck and I'll find something else. With the thing where he's like, you're like, what's the what sort of world does she want? And he's like, I feel like you have to care for someone to be like, this is their flaws, and I still want to be around them. So yeah, that
Felt that.
genuinely, I think I'm doing pretty good with these three fairly distinct characters to show them as different people.
I agree.
For sure.
Thank you.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Doing really well.
Favorite moment for someone else. I do just like how exasperated Auric is getting. He is getting like he's just jumping from thing to thing, and he'd be like, okay, yep, I'm getting this, and then, oh, yep, sure, whatever, I guess that's how it's gonna go, and like you just kind of you know, don't like, oh, you're just being given like you're not like on the way to godhood now, like you are going to be a god at this point, and then you're like, oh, you're just gonna choose a door. Oh, I love these fucking doors. Wow.
It's awesome.
Congratulations, it's your wedding day, and I'm still a snappy bitch.
Yeah. Or it's just like, yeah, okay, yeah, the treadmill's still going. Excellent.
But yeah, that's what I have. Sean, you want to sign us off?
Absolutely. Good night, everybody. You've been in paradise, particularly in Tariel, the world that we are playing the Scales Above in our Rise of Tiamat adjacent campaign, although you won't find this in the source book. A nice, good old-fashioned, good-hearted wedding compared to some of the deals people have made in the past and become brides and husbands and wives to demons and devils. This is actually a rather healthy political marriage. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, thank you for joining us in Paradise, and I hope you'll join us for other programming. Take a look around on the channel. There's other shows that you can take a look at. And yeah, thank you.
All right. Wave goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Just one huge wave.